This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Ramonto's in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialists. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. And by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team and so much more.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. St. Johnsbury with the ball. Little handoff up the middle on second and short. It looks like he has enough there for the first down. So, Andrew, that first quarter, not really a high-scoring first quarter. No scoring at all. And we're not used to seeing that in our games, especially coming off last week's game, which was a lot of points. So. But both these teams have moved the ball nicely on their second drives. So we'll see if St. Johnsbury can continue that momentum after having to punt last time they had the ball.
Roy, the ball carrier.
Yeah, and I was really expecting this to be a pretty offense-heavy game.
Right.
They have each team has a pretty good quarterback, good running backs, pretty good offensive lines. The defenses have been stingy. Both teams have done a pretty good job of stopping the run for the most part. And the secondaries have been pretty good as well, 2 interceptions.
Plus, like you said, the penalties haven't helped either team as we see the handoff going up the middle to...
Hot on the stop.
That was number 8.
Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd and 2.
Lercio might have gotten that one. I couldn't tell who got that, but it'll be 3rd and about 2 or 3 yards now for the Hilltoppers. Katie in the shotgun, 2 running backs next to him. He'll keep it himself, and it looks like he gets enough for the first down.
Katie, the ball carrier.
Just over the 30-yard line, or just at the 30-yard line.
On the stop. Another first down, though.
Put it at the 29, first down for...
1st and 10 with the ball on the
Hilltoppers.
29-yard line.
Must be a bit of a scary call for the head coach to just have your quarterback just scramble straight up the gut. Not a sneak, but just straight up. But Katie did a nice job. He's not a small guy, so.
Katie this time in the shotgun. One man to his left fakes the handoff, and he runs it off tackle up the middle.
On a keeper.
And Katie really, it looks like these 2 quarterbacks, like we talked about at the beginning, these 2 quarterbacks were really leading this team. Katie
34,
keeping it a lot. Bowmanville keeping it sometimes, but also running that option.
Yeah, both are very good and good at leading their teams. Pretty good at reading the defense as well.
Katie in the shotgun again. He'll draw back and hold on to it this time. Looking down the field, he fires near side, and it's complete. Nice throw and catch. This one goes to Jasper Rankin.
Push out of bounds.
And Rankin gets the completion. That'll move the chains for another first down, Hilltoppers.
Yeah, nice throw by Katie, really leading Rankin to the right sideline. Nice throw, nice catch. Rankin has multiple receptions here tonight. He's doing a nice job of catching the ball.
9:33 to play here before the half. No score here in Middlebury, Vermont. Katie in the shotgun snap. He takes it, spins to his left, looking for a hole. He doesn't really find much, but he's going to take it anyway. And he'll keep it and gain a couple yards, almost to midfield.
Ferrer and company on the stop.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, when we'll choose the team member that had the greatest impact.
And right now, that one would go to both team defenses, as both defenses have really stepped it up. And Katie again out of the shotgun, rolling to his right, has a man, and he completes it. That one again to Rankin.
Complete to Rankin.
And Jasper Rankin with another catch.
Fisher on
he
the
has been Katie's
another first down.
favorite target. This one goes to the 40-yard line of the Tigers.
40.
Yeah, another connection between Katie and Rankin. I think we're going to be seeing that a lot tonight. We already have. Katie is a nice quarterback, really does a nice job of leading his receivers with his passes. Makes their job easy.
So 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Katie with the quick throw out in the flats to Rankin, and he is tackled immediately. Nice job by the defender, grabbing the ankles, not letting him go anywhere, and then the tackle to complete that.
Yeah, that was Tyler Buxton there with the tackle, and not sure who that was on the Hilltoppers, but he wasn't able to make the block. Looks like the Tigers' defense is adjusting to that play, as we've seen the Hilltoppers now run it 3 times.
So it'll be 2nd and long, 2nd and 13 from the 43-yard line. Katie in the shotgun. He keeps it himself. Surveying the field as he looks like he wants to run. He's going to cut it back inside, back to the outside. He's got a few yards as he's hit out of bounds, and
on the stop.
No flags on the play. Ref was right there. Not going to call a late hit.
On the 38.
Looks like they'll put it at maybe the 37-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
Brings up a 3rd
Nice
and
job by
7.
Katie there. There really was nobody open. The Tigers secondary was doing a nice job on defense. So Katie deciding to run it himself. Picked up a good amount of yards. Nice play.
That's definitely true what the Tigers have been doing. They've been able to limit the deep ball, and you just got to keep an eye on Rankin as Katie surveying the field again. Flag down in the backfield. Katie trying to get free.
Katie on a keeper, but there is a flag down.
And there's a penalty. It's going to be holding against the Hilltoppers, as we expected. That was right in that area where holding would occur, and it's going to bring up a repeat of 3rd down. You got to imagine they'll take the penalty because Katie did get out a good yardage, and if they don't take the penalty, it'll be 4th and about 3. So holding, 10-yard penalty, bring it back, 3rd and long for the Hilltoppers.
Penalty from the
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Ramontos in Claremont. Always fresh, always delicious. All YCN games are on Facebook Live at YCN News.
23.
So 3rd and a country mile here for the Hilltoppers after that 10-yard penalty. Katie rolling to his left, looking deep. He has a man. Nice catch at the original line of scrimmage, and then breaks free. Almost gets to the 1st down.
To Smith, Buxton on
See where they mark it, and either way, I think they're going to be
spotted on the
4th
31.
down. They'll probably go for it.
It's going to be 4th.
I think that was Guckin there on the reception. Nice job by him cutting back, gaining yards after the catch, and yeah, that's a big play for the Hilltoppers. If they can convert here, keep the drive alive. Really, right now, any points on the board are going to be big in this game, so see if the Hilltoppers can do it first.
Inside 7 minutes, 4th and short. Katie in the shotgun. He's going to keep it, and he's got plenty, and he's got more into the secondary.
Katie on a keeper.
And a 1st down at the 20-yard line.
Fisher and company on the stop.
For the Hilltoppers.
Nice job by Katie. And
Fisher and Deering, but it
really,
is another 1st down.
Quarterback is also really a running back,
21.
and he's done a nice job tonight. Also making some pretty smart decisions. That interception earlier in the game was tipped, so can't put that on him, and he's doing a nice job of leading his offense.
So 1st down and 10 just outside the red zone. Katie with the handoff, and running back jumps over one man and then falls forward for a short gain. That was number 25, Matthew
Fisher
Roy.
and company on the stop.
They'll spot that one at about the 17-yard line, so a good 4-yard, 17 or 18-yard line, so 4-yard gain.
2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6. Clock moving here, inside 6 minutes to play before the half. No score yet. Both teams keeping the clock moving. Long drives. And the running back, Roy, cuts to the outside, cuts back inside for a few.
In on the stop. Ball spotted on
It's
the
going to be
11.
close to a 1st down. They had to get to the 11 for a 1st down. It looks like that's where they put it. bring the chains
Official
in
timeout for measurement.
and take a measurement. No score here in the first
Again,
quarter,
don't forget to get
5:27 to
your
go.
50 tickets.
We'll take a break. You're
Drawing
watching the
at
YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. St. Johnsbury did pick up the first down, so it will be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Clock moving, 5:15 to play before halftime. Hilltoppers looking to get on the board. Katie keeps it off the fake handoff up the middle,
Katie on a
and
keeper,
he gets it to
the
about the 5-yard line.
Today's game is being brought in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all your printing needs, and thank all of our advertisers for their support.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 4, excuse me, from the 5. They can get another first down. Both teams have had some really sustained drives and kept the clock moving. So we have 4:40 to play here in the first half. No score yet, but St. Johnsbury knocking on the door. Timeout on the field. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by M.J. Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. 4:40 to play here in the second quarter. St. Johnsbury, Middlebury tied, no score, but St. Johnsbury knocking on the door as they have it. 2nd and 4 from the 5-yard line. Number 2, junior Jacob Cady in the shotgun. He takes it himself and runs into a host of Middlebury Tiger defenders, and he'll go nowhere. Bring up 3rd down and short. He got a couple yards, but now here's the big play because
bring up a
they can get a first down
Mm-hmm.
at the 1-yard line and then have 4 tries to get a yard out. And this clock is moving. The longest drive and the deepest any team has gotten so far. So here we go. 3rd and short. Cady keeps it again. Up the middle he goes, and into the end zone he falls. Touchdown.
Cady on a 2-yard run for the touchdown.
Nice job by Jacob Cady, the St. Johnsbury quarterback. Really,
touchdown.
They deserved points after this drive. They did a nice job of keeping it alive, and Cady leading his team. Some nice passing. Did have a couple of flags there, but they were able to overcome those, and they had a big 4th down play where they converted. Nice job by St. Johnsbury getting on the board. And
so we got the extra point. The formation a little off. Cady all by himself, and he gets stopped. So they lined the majority of their linemen up on the left side. Cady was kind of naked in the shotgun, and he does not get it. So Middlebury with a nice stop on the trickery from St. Johnsbury.
Yeah, that extra point could be huge down the road.
With 3:56 to go here in the second quarter, St. Johnsbury leads Middlebury 6-0. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Mount Sunapee Resort. Fun for all seasons.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Up in Middlebury, Vermont, where the St. Johnsbury Hilltoppers have just scored to go on top 6-0. 2-point conversion, no good, so they will kick it off leading 6-0. 3:56 to go. Both teams, a couple of turnovers early, each team with 1 interception, and then some long drives, exchanging punts. But now St. Johnsbury finally able to cash in. Nice kick there. Fakes the handoff, and that's going to be number 11, Simon Fisher, up the right side.
Hudson and company on the stop.
The Tigers have a chance here
Middlebury's ball 1st and 10
to even the score, maybe take the lead before halftime.
If you miss any of our local programs on our 3 YCN network stations, you can always watch our shows and games anytime on our website, ycnnow.com.
They pitch by Palmanville, and that one's a little hard, but it does look like Deering came down with it.
Is down on
Pitched
the
it to
14,
Deering,
where
and
Middlebury's
that's
gonna have
always
it
the
second
risk of the option.
or 16.
Right.
You're running, you're being chased, you've got to pitch it out.
Yep.
And luckily for the Tigers, Deering is able to fall on it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, with that pitch out, obviously you can't really put a spiral on the ball, so the ball is really flying through the air. Can be very risky, and we saw why just right there.
This handoff goes up the middle, and
Sheldrick, the ball carrier.
3 or 4 white jerseys there to tackle the Tiger football carrier, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Holbrook on the stop. Gained a couple. It's going to be 2nd or 3rd.
So
and
3rd
12.
and long still.
Ball on the 18.
3rd and about 12. So this is not what the Tigers had in mind, trying to answer the Hilltopper touchdown drive. A big negative play, and now coming up with 3rd and long. Under center is Palmenville. Man in motion. And the pitch to Deering, but there's a flag before the snap. I'm guessing it'll be false start or an illegal motion.
Dead ball, false start on the offense.
So it will be a false start, so it'll move it back 5 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd and long. Tigers not having a lot of luck on this drive and not helping themselves out with an ill-advised pitch by Palmenville, and now the penalty. They've really put themselves on a hole. 3rd and 18. Palmenville under center. Offensive line trying to figure out where to line up, and there's going to be a timeout on the field. Middlebury wants to talk it over before this 3rd down. We will take a break as well. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by New London Hospital, an affiliate of Dartmouth Hitchcock.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. 3rd and 18, 2 minutes to play. Tigers football. Need to get something going here, and Palmenville hands it off up the middle.
Carry up the center.
And I think that was the fullback.
Ball spotted just short of
Gets
the
up
20.
a little gingerly, and that's going to be well short. Got back to the original line of scrimmage, but 4th and 10, you got to punt it away if you're the Tigers.
Yeah, you do. You're definitely way back in your own territory, so definitely got to punt it away. And usually, past half field, that's when you think about 4th down territory. But right now, pushed way far back. At least the punter can really try to air this one out.
Plenty of room. The snap is a little high, but he's able to corral that and get the kick away. A nice kick, high kick. Gives his coverage team plenty of time to get downfield, and it takes a Tiger bounce.
Don't touch it!
And it's downed at the 41-yard line
42
by the Tigers. So that's where they will take over.
We'll have it 1st and 10.
With 1:06 to play.
Next week's YCN Game of the Week travels to Lebanon, New Hampshire, as they host Hanover in the annual Principals Cup game. And the following week will be in Pennacook, New Hampshire, as Merrimack Valley hosts Hollis Brookline. Check local listings for air times and replay times.
So with 1:06 to play, Katie dropping back. Hilltoppers maybe trying to get a couple deep completions as Katie just has to run out of bounds.
At the 39.
And he'll lose a couple. Nice pressure there by the Tiger defense.
Middlebury.
Took too long for the play to develop, and Katie really couldn't do anything.
Yeah, it looked like Katie really wanted to try to throw that one, but he just held it, tried to pick up a little bit. Looked like he lost a couple, but definitely a smart decision to hold on to it. Secondary for Middlebury, it looked like they were doing a good job.
Katie dropping back out of the shotgun. He throws it to his running back who didn't turn around. That was intended for Matthew Roy.
Roy brings
Didn't
up a
turn around at all.
14.
So their timing was a little bit off. And now you've got 3rd and 14. If you're the Tigers, you get a stop. You might get the ball back.
Yeah, this would be big for Middlebury, and Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication there between Katie and Roy. So Roy never even saw the ball coming. This would, yeah, just like you said, Jeremy, this would be a big stop for the Tigers. They can try to put some points on the board before half.
So Katie going to roll to his left, and he will really go nowhere. Nice defense by the Tigers, swarming into the backfield, and obviously we'll get the timeout by the Tigers.
Hot on the stop.
Stop that clock, 36 seconds to go. And you want to get a chance at maybe returning the punt or maybe something happening. When you punt the ball, especially at this level,
Timeout on the field,
a lot of strange things can happen. So they'll try and get something going here with 35 seconds to go. We'll take one final break before the half. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
4th and 15.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, 4th and long. Hilltoppers punting here. As the clock's moving now, 30 seconds to play, and it'll be downed at the 30-yard line of the Tigers. So with 25 seconds to go, Andrew, this team has a chance. Maybe put something together, maybe at least get into field goal range or put a touchdown on the board before halftime.
Yeah, it's definitely a chance. You know, you can have enough time to run at least a few plays. Maybe get some passes through the air, try to get some wide receivers some space. But yeah, that was a big stop by the Tigers there, just to get some momentum before the break.
But it looks like they may just kneel it down and go to the locker room as Pominville under center. Can't expect him to do much, and he won't. So they'll kneel it down, and they'll go to the locker room, happy to be down only 6 after a sluggish first half for the Tigers.
As time runs out in the first half.
Just a little chat of whether they have to run another play or not, and Tigers are now told they do not have to run another play. So both teams head to the locker room. We will head to halftime as well. If you're watching us on the Facebook Live feed, we'll come back in the second half. If you're watching on TV, we'll be back. Second half action after this.